Hi guys, OB Dave here.
And I am Ash.
Together we are OB Dave and I'm Ash.
Yes.
One of us isn't wearing pants.
I'm going to say it again.
Comment below which one of us isn't wearing pants. No, we're both wearing pants, don't worry, I'm just joking. It goes back to the video Home Free, When a Man Loves a Woman, that we just reacted to. Ash made a horrifically inappropriate joke after we stopped recording.
I nearly did it during the video.
Even
and
by
then I
my
stopped
standards,
myself and I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Even by my standards, it was disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You found it funny. You found it funny.
The worse the better for me.
I don't really have jokes that are like punchy. Mine are all like long, silly kind of jokes.
I more have reactionary, sarcastic comments to things that happen versus jokes.
Oh, so you got banter. I don't have banter.
I don't even know if it's banter because I feel like it's on a separate level to other people. I'm not saying it's above or below, but like sometimes when I sit with the Office Blokes guys and I make a joke that I think's funny and they're like, but then one of them goes, ginger. And it's like, yeah, well, all right, we're kind of on, we're thinking slightly differently. Neurodivergent is what people like me are called. I did take a test actually. An autism.
You're not special?
I took an autism test.
Because you got accused, I know the story.
Yeah.
Someone accused him of being a certain way because he was uncontrollable.
I took an autism test to win an argument. And after it came back, it said borderline high functioning autism, which I'd argue that probably most people, that's the bit of the spectrum most people exist on.
Yeah.
Then after the person started being horrible to me and saying it again, I got the results out and said, stop disability shaming me. That's disgusting. How dare you? I've got a genuine,
disability here.
Yeah,
and you are...
and there's you just making a mockery of it. Would you say that's...
That's hilarious.
I lent it into it. It won the argument, which is a rare thing for an argument with a woman.
Rude!
We don't argue.
No, we don't.
No.
Because I'm always right.
Right, we've talked about reacting to Shay and Gillis for a while.
Yes, because we're not allowed to react to Gilly and Keeves, apparently.
No, we can, because we're not reacting at the Office Blokes now.
At the moment.
But
you will eventually, so it's still off the card, isn't it?
We can do a bit of Gilly and Keeves. Yeah.
Okay.
We can, but I wanted to show you Shay and Gillis first.
Well, I said that. I said, why don't we watch the actual stand-up comedians first and introduce me because we couldn't watch Gilly.
He's becoming one of the biggest comics at the moment.
Right.
Like, he's really funny, but he's got a delivery that is not for everyone. So I know that Office Bloke Dad's kind of struggled with Shane Gillis's delivery a little bit. I think he's really funny.
Okay.
And his podcast appearances and things like that, he's just like a normal guy, and even when he's sat with some comedians and podcasters that are kind of prima donna-ish, he just sits and just rips everyone. It's like equal opportunities, take the piss out of everyone.
Oh, is that like the Key and Peele with the burn victim? I thought I could take it.
I think it's more just he calls out the bullshit. He's just like a normal guy, if you know what I mean. And when people are getting a bit Hollywood, then he gives them shit for it publicly, and I like it. But just one thing,
like Ricky Gervais.
Kind of.
Okay.
I mean, it's not his style of comedy, Ricky Gervais style comedy, but a similar attitude like that. Just one last thing before we get into him. He got a job on Saturday Night Live a couple of years ago, in the States, as a writer. And someone went back through all his old podcasts and tried to find anything he said that was offensive. And he used the C slur for Chinese people in an old podcast as part of a joke. Or he did an impression or something. And that got pulled up, and as quick as he got the job, he got sacked. He literally got cancelled just as he'd got the job, and then... People
change. People can, move on from things they've said and understand that it was inappropriate. So why do we cling on to things that people have done in the past?
Because
if they've done it once or twice, and it's like...
If you lower everyone else, people believe that it raises their stock. Or maybe if you're the person who outs him, you get...
There is not a single person on this planet that has not done something that they're ashamed of, or said something that they're ashamed of.
I've never seen the clip. I've just heard people talk about it. So it was either doing an impression or using a slur or something. It was a joke, but his career has gone like that since getting cancelled.
Good.
It has gone off the charts.
Absolutely, because it's so rude to be cancelling people. Anyway.
It's in their nature to try to destroy when they know they cannot help create.
Yeah, as long as it's not a continuously repeated offence and they're doing it in every other format, I say, you made a mistake.
Anyway, we're 5 minutes in, which, believe it or not, isn't a record for us.
No, it is not.
Press play. But yeah, Shane Gillis, Special Olympics.
Oh dear.
What are you laughing at?
What are you
laughing at?
Because I know what's coming. Because in the type of comedy you like, it's going to be offensive to me. Anyway, let's do it.
My roommate, his girlfriend played college volleyball. So I'm very excited to like shit on volleyball whenever I can. So I get in there and I was like, yo, volleyball is that's a weird culture. Get them fucking shorts. Get them gym shorts. The shorts they're wearing is gross. And she was like, no, we need those shorts for speed on the court. And I was like, I know that's not true. I watched the NBA. None of you are moving as fast as like a ref. And those guys are wearing like slacks, dress shoes for some reason.
It's true.
She was like, no, we need those shorts. The tight shorts, they're essential. She compared them to like a helmet in football. I was like, I know they're not essential because I Googled the Special Olympics volleyball team. All of a sudden, those shorts weren't so essential for them. What's that about? How baggy do you think they looked like the fucking And1 mixtape out there. They look offensively baggy is how I would describe all of their attires.
I totally called it.
Yeah. It's another one of those comics that talks sense but does it in a way where you're like, ooh, no,
Why
but then
you
actually
say
like
that? I know, like all the way through he was making sense, and then that last bit it's like, no. Stop.
We're all adults. We all agree the Special Olympics is a good program. It's great. I just feel like the guy who came up with it had to be like a real risk taker. You know what I mean? That's a wild thing to suggest for the first time. Some guy in a board meeting, like, I got an idea. We should be racing these motherfuckers. Like, what'd you say? Fucking town over said they had the fastest ones. So we settle it, you know? I'm not making fun of the Olympians. The concept is wild. It's a wild, like if your best friend invented the Special Olympics and told you about it first, you'd be like, don't ever tell anybody that. Who the fuck are you going to tell that to? What are you doing? Pole vault? I actually volunteered and coached with the Special Olympics for a little while, so, you know, what'd you guys do? No, don't clap. Please. I did it for those kids. No, I don't get it. No.
Oh, dear God.
I look like this, so. Me coaching the Special Olympics, I was like a fucking double agent. No one knew whose side I was on, dude. Player, chaperone, no one knew. I'd be standing there coaching, holding a clipboard with 5 dudes that looked exactly like me. I could always see the coaches from the other team looking over like, I think they're fucking letting one of them coach. Yeah. No, I did coach the Special Olympics for a little while, and it's fun. That's another thing you're allowed to talk about. It's happy. Everyone there is sportsmanship. It is funny. Don't let anyone tell you it's not funny, dude. I was there. Everyone there is laughing. It's fun. I coached basketball. Kids would catch the ball, just fucking launch it into the bleachers. People would be like, what the fuck are you doing out there? They're like, my whole team ruled.
What are you thinking?
He's really funny. Yeah. He is really funny. But there's so much on here. It's like, why does he keep saying they?
That's the comedy.
Oh my God.
That's the thing. He's like, that's refined. It's been doing that for a couple of years to figure out what best way to address him. And like, because it's the funniest way, isn't it? Because also it allows that little bit of, you don't know which side of the fence he's on. Like, is he going to have a go at special needs people here?
Well, but actually, yes. He's quite supportive of them.
Absolutely.
But it's just, it's so on the edge.
It's well crafted, though. The fact that it's on the edge and not over is, like, perfectly well crafted.
But he is funny.
Yeah.
I will admit that.
Yeah.
People would be like, what the fuck are you doing out there? Like, I don't know. My whole team ruled. Every dude on my team they were the funniest. They were bros. They were bros, dude. My whole team loved two things. They loved tits. They do. I don't know if you know these guys, dude. They fucking love the ladies. They love the ladies. And they love John Cena. That's it. That was the news every day. We'd be in the huddle. They'd be like, a lot of ladies here tonight. I was like, ooh, yeah. They'd be like, what do you think John Cena's up to? Oh, you're going to have to get way worse before you meet him. John Cena's like the angel of death for those guys. I told my guys, I was like, you see Cena coming, you get the fuck out of there. He's taking souls with him.
Isn't it because he does the Make-A-Wish Foundation thing?
I think that's what he's getting out there. Yeah, you've got to get a lot worse if you. When it's really bad, you get to meet Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, there's me. Oh no! You're terrible.
Every year, Hooters would sponsor our one basketball tournament. All right, so every year Hooters would bring like 3 or 4 waitresses, and they would present like a big cardboard check donation to the Special Olympics. As soon as the girls entered the gym, the game changed entirely, dude. It went from like hugs and sportsmanship to just like dudes got competitive, like very competitive, fucking ripping down rebounds, just hitting layups. And then at the end of the game, there'd be a hug line, you know, between the waitresses and the players. And yeah, that went about exactly how you would imagine that went. We had to break out the fucking jaws of life, dude. My boys are ragdolling those young sluts. And I'm not knocking the players. They were totally in the right. The girls were hot. The waitresses, like every year, I would sneak into the hug line myself. All right, I think I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you guys very much. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yes.
He is funny. I'm not going to deny that.
Oh, fuck.
Your cheeks. He is funny, but again, very on the line where I'm struggling, where it's just like, oh my God, did you just say that?
Like you said, for that last Bill Burr one, your style is more like Lee Evans and sort of
silly,
wacky people
in your
and things
face,
like that.
fart jokes.
I like dark comics, and the closer you can get to the edge, and like, I've heard loads of people debate this. You can joke about whatever you want, but it's got to be funny. Because if it's just dark and it's not funny whatsoever, then it's like you're just being a dick.
Yeah.
And like towing that line and finding that perfect spot where it's like, what a belly. Like, it's so bad that someone's saying it, but so funny at the same time. That's where I like to exist with comedy.
I'm not sure. I struggle with it.
You didn't struggle with that. You were like
I said, he is funny. He's definitely he's easier watch than Bill Burr. Don't come at me. Please don't come at me.
He's got another bit about sort of Down syndrome people and stuff that I've heard. That he's got an uncle that's got Down syndrome, and he's sort of joking about that and stuff. And it's like the more you hear him, it's like, yes, it's close to the line, but actually he's supporting these people more than everyone else that's pandering, being like, oh no.
But that doesn't excuse him from ripping into the.
Everyone, it should be fair opportunities, fair. You know, anyone can get it. And you can't just say that and not mean it. You know what I mean?
I absolutely agree. But when something is really affecting somebody's life, these kind of things, this is why I feel it so much sometimes, because you think, yeah, it is a joke, and the person saying the joke doesn't mean it in that way.
Yeah.
But another person will take it differently, completely differently, because they're suffering through something.
I've said this before, that years ago, like when I was 18, 19, something like that, like I'd watched my granddad suffer from Parkinson's for over a decade, and he was bad, like he was suffering a lot. And I was in the pub having a few beers with people, and I think I made a joke about cancer, like, so it was someone maybe had their head shaved or something, and I made some sketchy joke about it, bit of a throwaway thing. Some people found it funny, some people were like, oh, that's out of order. And then a guy I was with started joking about people with Parkinson's, and I took offence, and I was like, shut the fuck up, I'm going through that at the moment with my granddad, that's not funny. And then he pointed out, he was like, your Parkinson's is someone else's cancer, is someone else's AIDS or whatever. And it's like, if you're going to joke about that, you have to be open to jokes about that.
Agreed.
Just because it affects you personally doesn't make it more offensive than something that you've just said
that
affects someone else personally.
Agreed.
And that was a teaching moment for me, where I was just like, actually, if you want to say that everything's fair game, everything has to be fair game.
That's it.
You've got to be able to laugh even if a family member's going through it. Or at least not try and come after people for making those jokes. And I think that's important.
Yawning. It's the middle of the afternoon. I don't know why I'm yawning.
Because the heating has turned itself up and it's getting really warm.
It is getting warm here. And I was at work this morning, so...
Oh, right.
I was.
I'm at work now. You're helping me.
I'm technically working again, so I'm working a double shift.
Anyway, cheers for that one, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. As always, if you want more Shane Gillis, just let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.